Hello and welcome. Here with offense coordinator, Coach Brock Pursley. Coach, took a few years off of football, but you're back here. You start the spring. Just talk about that process. What brought you back to the sport, and then how it's been for you through and through this entire spring.
Yeah, so I had a really good chance to go be an athletic director at the school my kids go to for the last couple of years. So I've really enjoyed that. I have a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, so I get to see them every day at their school. And then through just some mutual friends, got to talk to Coach Taylor, Coach Lang, and after talking to them and the vision they have here and talking to Dr. Hummel, it was a no-brainer for me to come here because I think the vision of what they have both for this program, this university, very attractive of wanting to work here and wanting to be around those kind of people.
Yeah, well, you got the win today, 28-26. You know, you got bigger fish to fry certainly down the road, but a couple things that stood out to me. You got new receiver coach, new offensive line coach, and the way we were exploding off the ball today just really, it looked promising. You know, a couple big plays by some receivers, Micah, one of them. Just everything points to, you know, a pretty good season coming up. But what were your big takeaways from today's game?
Yeah, I think today, if you look back over the last few weeks to today, I think pad level and energy and effort is three things that we've really been trying to hammer these guys. So really trying to water down some of our rules, made those simpler. And then today really kind of showcased a lot of what we've been working on the last few weeks. So just flying off the football, just being fast, making plays. I think the guys had a lot of fun. They're really getting what we're doing on offense. So it's been a really good spring. They've enjoyed it, and they've gotten so much better from what we were.
I think the scheme, though it may change a little bit, we're still preaching physicality, still fast and moving good. I think our backs look good today, Jerome being one of them. We talked about the slot backs and the run backs today. How well did they look?
Yeah, so for the first time as a coordinator, I'm not coaching quarterbacks. So I'm coaching the slots, which when I started as a 21-year-old kid in 2009, I coached the slot backs at Brevard College. And so it's taking me back to my roots to coaching those guys. And I've got a great room. Man, I've got 6 guys in there that all work hard. They run hard. I told them today, like that last play right there, gets a big block on the quarterback ISO. And, you know, it got us to a 4-minute drill and won the game. And that's what I get more energized from those guys being pad level and blocking, and they're running backs. They should run the ball well, but them blocking and giving that kind of effort is just phenomenal. So it is a great group to be around.
Yeah, and talk about the quarterbacks, that ISO that Brendan scored on. I think you got a lot of guys that, you know, they do a lot of good things differently, and we see it with each and every one of them. Rich had some good plays, made a couple mistakes later on, and LJ came in, JD made a big play on the feet too. Brendan had that big play through the air. What have you seen from maybe each and every one of them, and just how did they look today?
I think as a room, you're right. They all kind of bring different things to the table, which is great because what we do offensively, you have a lot of different things to kind of choose from. So you kind of get a play to their strengths, or even when you bring a different tight end in or a different running back group, and you get a play to different guys' strengths. So I think overall as a quarterback room, they're getting a lot better with their eyes. They're getting better, just feeling more comfortable in the pocket, making plays when things break down. So I think it's one thing that all 4 of those guys have brought to the table is just being able to do things differently, but in the same way. You know, so I think it's been very beneficial to those guys feeding off each other and kind of watching them grow and learn off film.
Yeah. Ask Coach Taylor, same thing. Still a few months away from opening kickoff against Bluefield State. What's one big takeaway you got, and one thing that we can improve on before that?
Pad level. Always. Pad level, energy, effort. Always. I don't care. I told my guys in my group, I said, I don't care how low your pad level is, I will always scream lower pad level. So I think those are 3 things that we can keep working on: pad level, effort, energy. Yeah.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Glad you're here.
Of course, yeah.
So
definitely.
Thanks for tuning in. For more recap, go to our website, TuscanPioneers.com.